Hello my friends, this is the video that I made on BigBear.ai just a couple of weeks ago, to be precise on December the 10th of this year, when the price of this asset was, as you can see right here, at $6.71. And at this point, my main assumption was that as long as this bottom holds of $6.37, we have all the chances to hit these two green rectangles as a price targets. But if it breaks it to the downside, especially if it breaks the top of the previous first wave, we can anticipate its lower prices and we might see longer consolidation phase. And guys, take a look right here. Let's zoom into 15 minutes time frame, and I made my previous video when this asset was at this very point, and since I made it, we had an attempt to hit higher target, to hit this first green rectangle, but then we retested this lower border of $6.36 and bounced back again. Then it broke this level to the downside, and this was the first sign of its bearishness. As you can see, it had a bounce out of the top of the first wave, but then it broke even this level as well, and this was the pure sign of its much lower price points. And since I made my previous video, this asset lost to this lowest point almost 20% of its value. And guys, this is another evidence of the power of technical analysis. And if you want to know more about technical analysis, if you want to receive trade calls on a daily basis with pretty much risk-free 100% money-back guarantee offer, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and join my Patreon account. And guys, you've seen many of my trade calls, all delivering strong returns in just hours. Now it's your turn to trade smarter. Join my Safe Haven Patreon tier, built for traders who want consistency, structure, and real results. You will get a detailed plan to protect your portfolio, monthly one-on-one Zoom sessions with me, and private Discord access with all trade alerts, lessons, and exclusive updates. And here is the best part. If you don't earn more than your subscription price within 30 days, you will receive a full refund, no question asked, as long as your trading account balance is at least $2,500 and you've taken all the recommended trades during the period. No excuses, no fine print. You profit or you don't pay. Here are just a few of my trade results from the first half of October. But don't wait, this offer is available for a limited time only. Once the spots are filled, enrollment will close. Join today and let's start building your edge in the market.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
So guys, and on today's video I will show you where we are on a bigger picture. I will show you a quite interesting pattern that this asset is forming, and I will explain you some fundamental news that might be the drivers of the share price of this stock. So, and let's begin with some fundamentals. First of all, I want to pay attention to the general sentiment related to this stock, and if you type in Google search bar BBAI stock and switch to news tab folder, you will see several most recent news, and this news was published literally 13 minutes ago, and let me show you this news in details. Right here you can find all the most recent actions and news that are surrounding the BigBear.ai stock, and in general I have to admit that we have two major catalysts that are quite controversial on the one hand, but on the other hand it can open a very good opportunities for the company. And guys, first of all, the first catalyst is the acquisition of Ask Sage, and I covered this in one of my previous video, and well, it is very interesting to see the conditions of this acquisition. So the financial structure investors are watching: cash versus stock dilution toggle, and here is the form the part of the 8K form that was published because of the merger, and it has two crucial bullet points. One of them is for $140 million in cash. It is the payment for this company, plus at BigBear's AI option, either additional cash or an equity issuance intended to equal $110 million. And guys, if it is just an additional cash, it is not a dilutional process, but if they will issue more shares for $110 million, it will definitely dilute existing shareholders. And this is the first concerning part. The second part is that they still have the deadline for their shareholders meeting, and let me quote you this. BigBear's AI CEO Kevin McCallanan published a letter urging shareholders to vote on a proposal to increase authorized common shares from 500 million to 1 billion shares. The company's dedicated proxy page says the special meeting has been adjourned and reconvened with an internet voting deadline of that is set on December 29th, and indicates the meeting is set to be reconvened on December the 30th of this year. Which means, guys, we have just several days left till this meeting happens, and we potentially might find out the result of this meeting, and this, in my opinion, could be a crucial pivotal point for the stock, depending on the shareholders' decision. And in general, guys, again, this news might not be bad news at all if each and every step towards the issuance of new shares, and it is you have to diversify two definitions. Authorized shares aren't the same thing as shares issued, and if they issue more shares because of this authorization, and these shares will cover some of their expenses that will drastically improve the intrinsic value of the company, definitely it will be a bullish sign. But if they will cover just their current debts with these additional shares, it will definitely be a negative sign for this stock. And that is why, guys, we are in consolidation phase, and we see this consolidation phase for BigBear.ai for quite a while. And let's continue with the technical analysis. But before we dive deeper right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell, and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, first of all, let me show you again some price targets from analysts. We have just 3 analysts who made their prediction on BigBear.ai. And the average price is set at roughly $6.67. The highest price target is set at $8, and the lowest price target is set at $5. And guys, let me show you quite interesting detail. First of all, let's switch to another layout for this stock. If I connect these tops, except this top, this quite high spike in price, and these bottoms, except this tiny blip to the downside, we can see that this asset is forming symmetrical triangle. And depending on the breakout out of the range of resistance to the upside, or below the range of support to the downside, we might anticipate its medium-term price action, let's say for the next several months. And you might wonder, why didn't I connect this top, for example, like this? And let me show you why. If I switch to a weekly time frame, you can see that we have just several weeks above this this trend line, this sloping range of support. And according to technical analysis, you have to connect either bodies of the candles or wicks of the candles. And yes, this is a pure exception of this lower price action that lasted for about 3 weeks. But in general, guys, this formation is a clear symmetrical triangle, which means you have to keep an eye on the level of support or level of resistance. And let's take a look on a slightly bigger scale. Let's zoom in to let me switch again to another layout, and let me show you this price action on hourly time frame. So I made a lot of videos and a lot of predictions on its price action, and I caught a lot of its pivotal points. And in general, guys, from this top, that potentially could be the top of the 5th wave on this scale. I have to put the top of the fifth wave right here. We have several set of waves, and for now I'm pretty sure that we have W X Y retracement, but this Y wait a second, but this Y point is to be determined in future, because we have 5 waves into our X wave. Let me show you in details. And the only difference between ABC and WXY is that WXY has the 3-3-3 structure, which means, guys, from this top we already have A, this potential might be B, and we are about to see a C wave to the downside that will complete the Y wave on a bigger scale. Let's delete all unnecessary tools in order to see this chart more properly. I don't need this scale, I don't need this price action anymore, because we broke to the downside this previous bottom, and which means we are still in consolidation and we are in the diagonal movement. So C wave should have 5 waves in it, and well, let's delete even these waves as well. And if I'm correct, we might have, this is our first wave, this is our second, third, fourth, and we are about to see the fifth wave to complete all 5 waves into the C wave. That will be the bottom of the Y wave. And if so, guys, we have to retest $5.41, and if it happens, guys, on a bigger scale, potentially we might see the breakout to the downside. Let me show you again this layout. We might see the breakout to the downside on this scale, and if it happens, guys, it will have longer consolidation phase and lower price points. But we also have a bullish count, and let me explain you what I'm talking about. We might have the double bottom pattern or even truncated fifth wave right here. I prefer to see first of all the retest of this level. That is why let's rely on the bullish count in more conservative way, and if it is the bottom, if it has a reaction out of this level, it can be a contender to complete all of its waves. And if so, guys, we might see the breakout to the upside, and on a bigger scale, on a weekly time frame, we might see only a week below the level of support. That will not be a real breakout. So which means, guys, I believe that by the end of this year the results of this shareholder meeting will be announced, and it will be a catalyst for the breakout in either direction. That is why, guys, be cautious. The upcoming week is crucial for this asset, and stay tuned. See you in the next video. Bye.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad.